That was so powerful. And yeah, it was a much needed conversation to have. And so grateful that we got to have that conversation. But Miss Beata is here to round us out for this WEN talk this time. Miss Beata, thank you so much. Welcome to the WEN stage, and it is a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. All the speakers have been fantastic. And I wanted to give a shout out to Marilyn. I didn't even realize she was going to be speaking today, but I happened to be wearing some of her amazing jewelry because I love it. So when I saw her earlier today, I had to chuckle. So shout out to Marilyn for making some amazing jewelry that unfortunately has become a little bit of a bad habit for me. But with that, my name is Beata Lawrence. I'm the boutique PM. And for those of you that are not familiar with the vacation rental industry, PM in this case stands for property manager. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. I would like to just share briefly how I got started in this business because it's a little bit of a funny story because it started off as a dream of mine. I really wanted to buy a oceanfront home, and my husband actually legit laughed at me, like full on belly laugh, like you're funny. And I wasn't deterred. So several of the previous speakers talked about being resourceful. So I took it that as a challenge and thought, okay, how can we make this work? And he somewhat jokingly at the time had said to me, if you can figure out how this home can make us money, then sure, you can go ahead and do that. And from the day he said that to the day we closed on our first oceanfront was 90 days. I'd counted. And we are definitely not trust fund babies. I'm actually the daughter of immigrants and pretty much worked for everything I've had. But this was really important to me. So, as they say, where there's a will, there's a way. And for me, getting into this industry started off as really just a deep desire and figuring out how to make it work. And since then, I have now really turned it into a business, getting my North Carolina real estate license, which then turned into opening up my own property management firm. And now I'm consulting other people who either are interested in looking into this as an investment and as an industry, or who already own vacation homes and are simply looking to optimize them and monetize them a little bit more. So, that being said, I really wanted to talk about the benefits of what I like to call monetizing your vacation home. Because in this industry, we talk about loosely Airbnb, which is just one of the online travel agent, which is what Airbnb is. It's essentially an online travel agency, is really a marketing tool. But the homes in our industry are actually called STRs, which is a short for short-term rental, or I like to call them vacation homes. And so for many people, they own a vacation home or a second home, and that really what it is for them. It's a home that they use to vacation with their loved ones, with their family, with their friends. But many people over the years have started taking that vacation home experience and figuring out how it can not only pay for itself, which is brilliant, but it can also create cash flow in the short term. So that leads me perfectly into one of my top reasons why I think vacation home ownership and having a short-term rental business makes so much sense, is that it creates not only appreciation in that real estate investment, but it also can create right now cash flow. And those two things, I think, make vacation home ownership and monetizing as a short-term rental really amazing, especially right now, because many of us who are investing in the stock market or in other areas are not seeing the kind of cash over cash growth that we've seen in previous years. Generally speaking, real estate continues to appreciate in the long term. Of course, as in all markets, you're going to have ups and downs, and it's not an exactly, a perfect rise, but in general, over time, real estate does appreciate over time. And so getting into the vacation rental industry has two benefits, because you are in the long term capitalizing on that appreciation, but also you are creating cash flow, typically more so than in long-term rentals. The second benefit, one of the ones I love and why a lot of people get into vacation homes, is personal use. So obviously, you need to contact your CPA and your tax advisor. I am not a CPA and I don't play one on TV, but you can absolutely benefit from perks and personal use when you have your vacation home. So often it's you have the benefit of having something you can access and be proud of, and an asset that does truly appreciate over time, but also be able to use it right now, which is amazing. The third one, which is very important to me, is what I like to call harness your inner creative. Now, whether or not you choose to hire someone else to property manage your home for you, or you decide to self manage, or you decide to buy one in kind of perfect condition right now, or you're choosing to do remodels or upgrades, there are so many things you can do, from actual decor, design, guest experience, where you can really customize it and make it your own. Most people don't realize that right now you're not only offering a home for rent, but you're actually offering an entire experience. And every single vacation rental and short term rental is not only has a different vibe and a different decor and different actual amenities, but really offers very different experiences across the board. And for so many people that get into this industry, it's one of the things people love is that you get to offer creativity into what you're offering as your guest experience, which is really fun for me personally. Next, back to the I am not a CPA and I don't play one on TV, are tax benefits. There are so many tax benefits in getting involved in this business. Everything from expensing travel to some degree. You get to expense anything you are buying for the home in terms of the guest experience, in terms of supplies, in terms of upgrades. So you get to upgrade the asset that you own as a real estate investment, but also expense those against not only your business taxes, but possibly expensing against your W 2 salary if you have one, or your other tax liabilities if you have one. That leads into, and I'm only going to touch on it if this is something you're interested in to contact your CPA about, is bonus depreciation. Right now, you're getting 100% bonus depreciation in 2022, and tax laws are changing for 2023. So if you are someone that you are looking at a fairly sizable tax bill for 2022, congratulations. That means you've made great money this year. But those of us who are looking to offset some of that, buying a piece of real estate is actually a great way to offset some of that tax liability. So talk to your CPA about bonus depreciation. I'm not the expert, but I know it's one of a great, amazing benefit that I know I take advantage of and my clients take advantage of. And then lastly, legacy. Whether or not you have children or don't have children, or it's for your family, building a real estate investment portfolio specifically in short-term rentals and vacation rentals builds legacy. It builds something that you can be proud of and attach your name to. And there's so much pride. There's so many ways you can invest your money. Like I said, you can invest in the stock market. You can invest in commercial real estate. You can invest in art. You can invest in jewels and all sorts of other things. But when it comes to investing in short-term vacation rentals, you're investing not only in an appreciable asset, you're creating experiences for other people at the same time, which I just think is amazing. And I think for so many of us, we're looking to leave an impact on the world. And, there are lots of different ways we make impact. And it may seem silly on the surface level, but for me personally, every guest that I get to host, I believe that I am offering them impact, which is part of my legacy. I have guests from literally all over the world who come and stay in the homes that are under my management, some of which I own, some of which I manage for people who are generally out of state investors and they leave me to be responsible for their home. But we host people who are coming in for weddings. We host people that are coming in for funerals. We host people that are coming in to honor family members that have recently passed in different ways to honor their memories. We host retreats, we host corporate retreats, we host women's retreats. There's just such a countless different reasons why people come into the homes that I manage and others in this industry manage, and we help people create memories, and we help people make connections. And to me, that's so vital and so important. And the fact that I get to create these amazing experiences for other people and to hold a space for them is so amazing to me. And then couple that with I now have an appreciable real estate investment that other people are paying off. To me, it's just a win win win. Is it an easy industry? Absolutely not. It's not all a bed of roses. There's lots of hiccups. There's definitely challenges, like so many businesses, of getting into this business and figuring out what the right kind of property is. Where is it? Is it local to you? Is it in your state? Is it out of state? Is it out of country? There's countless questions you need to ask yourself. But if this is something that calls to you, draws to you, it is such a fulfilling industry to be a part of. And I work with people in several different ways. I work with people in terms of being their buying agent. I am very, very well versed since at least 2016 in the vacation rental industry. I know what it takes to create profitability in this industry. I also, prior to that, owned a remodeling business with my dad for at least 10 years prior to that. So I happen to be in a really unique position that I understand homes much more in depth and in a structural way, more than your average agent. So I come into it very, very different perspective. I also have done most of my own interior design in my personal home for others and in the vacation rentals that I manage. So I bring in that eye. And so that brings, I'm always able to show people and to illustrate to people what the possibilities are, not what currently is. And I think that's something that's really vital when you are choosing the right home. And then all the way through is I have my own full service property management firm. I work with a small handful of clients in that way because I am truly working on what I like to call maximizing each home under my purview and not working on volume. Many property managers work on volume. I do not. And so I keep my family very, very tight. But for those that I do choose to work with, I can honestly say I treat your home exactly like my own. But for those that maybe aren't in the markets I operate in, I also offer one-on-one consulting. And that has been such a soul-filling blessing for me because I'm so passionate about what I offer and what this industry can hold and how this can be so transformative for anyone who chooses to be a part of it. And so I work with two sets of clients in that respect. I work with those who already own a vacation home, but are looking to monetize it and optimize it more strategically. And then I also work with people who are possibly interested in getting into this industry, but maybe don't know where to get started, or maybe want to work with someone to help them evaluate if this is the right industry for them. So I look forward to, speaking with any one of you if you have any interest in this. I think it's a lot of hard work. It can be difficult at times, but it's also incredibly rewarding, both emotionally and financially. And if anybody wants to connect with me, I think my name is spelled out on this video. You can find me on Facebook just like that. I have a unique name, so it's not difficult to find me. And my website is theboutiquepm.com. So I'm pretty easy to find.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Beata, for talking to us about something that can create wealth, right? Really fast. Real estate is a beautiful thing, having taken part in it for the first time this year. But I love the services that you offer and the information that you gave today. And I really hope that some people are able to take advantage of your consulting services if they're not around so they can learn how to maximize their revenue through their property. You have some comments here. Everybody's just thanking you so much for the amazing job that you have done today here at the WEN conference. I'm sorry, not the WEN conference, the WEN talk. I have to remind myself of where I am. But no, thank you so much, Beata. And can you just drop your socials and your website one more time?
Sure. You could find me on Facebook at Beata Lawrence, BeataLorinc. And my website is theboutiquepm.com.
There you go. There you have it, folks. Thank you so much, Beata. Again, this has been such a great time at the When Talk. Hey, listen, I had a great time taking over. Don't tell Haley, but I'm going to try to do this again.
You did
I
a
got
great job.
Thank you, Beata. I had some big shoes to fill. You know, Haley is pretty good at almost everything that she does, and hosting these things she's phenomenal at. So it has been a pleasure talking to all of our speakers, all of the nuggets that they were able to drop. If you guys please drop a comment for those of you who are going to be watching this replay. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, we see you. We thank you for your time. We thank you guys for your attention, but more importantly, we thank you for being committed to your growth. We thank all of the speakers, and we thank all the people that were able to come and to drop comments in the chat. More importantly, let's thank our host from WEN, Miss Haley Gray, for this awesome forum where we get to come together, we get to learn together, grow together, and to do business together. Thank you all so much. We are going to go ahead and sign out. Haley, unless